Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so we get this opening scene with Karen and Raven, and it's always cute when Raven gets to stop by because I love the way that Karen loves on her daughter. Raven looks so pretty in this scene, and they're getting matching tattoos, and it's just the letter G for Karen's mom, and I think that's really sweet. So Karen has volunteered Raven to attend a breakfast with Giselle and Grace so that she could tell her about the college experience and leaving home for the first time. And Raven is like, okay, I guess. Karen lets it slip that Raven hasn't always been feeling Miss Giselle too much, and we can only wonder why. I'm thinking it has something to do with season 3. When Giselle was saying that Ray wanted a night with Erica Lyles, he wants to lick her up and down. Do y'all remember that? Remember that when they was in France? That's probably why Miss Raven don't see it for Giselle. I find it funny that they set this whole scene up because doesn't Grace have 2 older sisters? Doesn't the pastor have older daughters that have been to college that could kind of fill Grace in on what needs to happen and what her experience may be like? Don't she got them 2 sisters? She don't talk to them? What's tea? I also find it funny that the La Robins, or the roommates like I like to call them, at the start of this season, they was coming for Karen. They said that Karen was desperate to take Robin's place in Giselle's life. Karen wants to be this duo with Giselle, but it's not looking like Giselle is protesting it. I've also noticed that they've eased up off of Karen and that they're putting all their attention on Candace. Y'all not low. Okay, so Candace is putting together this beautiful Mother's Day brunch, and this is the luxury and the opulence that the people have said that Potomac is missing. Okay, these are the vibes that Potomac don't give. This is not your typical backyard boogies that the other girls like to put together. This is class. A coin was spent. Now, Miss Dot wants to know if Giselle and Robin are invited. Giselle is definitely not invited. Miss Dot girl, was that some shade? Because you know that lady not coming. And Robin ain't coming either. I know that's y'all soror, okay? I know y'all, repping DST together, but she can't come either. She don't want to come because Giselle ain't gave her permission to attend. So we get this quick little scene with Wendy, and we see that she's meeting with a new producing team because the last producer that she hired for her talk show, the lady was on BS. The lady wanted 50% ownership. I don't know where she came from with that, but homegirl had to go. Wendy had to send her on her way. But these new 2 people that Wendy seemed to have hired, they're more her style. They're more her speed. So hopefully this works out. Because we know current day that the show has been launched. So we are introduced to Nneka's sister, and I didn't really mind this scene. A day with furniture shopping, and Nneka's sister seems cool. She seems all right. Too bad we didn't meet her earlier in the season instead of talking about cousin-in-law Lebe. But unfortunately for me, Nneka has already left a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm really not interested in nothing she got going on. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I will say this. I don't think Nneka is comfortable standing on her own, leaning on her own merit and her personality and who she is. Like, she needs a prop. She needs somebody to she needs somebody there with her, right? That's why she wanted this duo with Wendy. And Wendy was like, girl, I don't know you like that. I can't give you no Nigerian duo. I don't know you, sis. And she should have brought her sister on from the beginning if that was the case. Like, I don't know. Like, you want to be on TV, but you're not comfortable enough to stand on your own. Girl, sit on your own ass. That's what my mama would tell me. Girl, sit on your own ass. Stand on your own 2 feet. Because girl, what you did to this season is just unforgivable, and I don't care. I don't care. But your sister cute. Shout out to her. So everyone is preparing for Candace's Mother's Day brunch, and Candace, you did that, girl. I know the people aren't going to want to give you your 10s, but girl, you deserve them. This was really nice. This was really cute. We haven't seen an event like this since Karen's wedding or your wedding. Because we know the other girls don't spend their coins. So this is really nice, though. So we find out Wendy can't make it because she has a book signing. And, they're shading her, saying it's probably because of Nneka. Nneka gonna be there, so she didn't want to bring her mama. Which, if that's the case, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all, because if you have an African mama, you know that they cannot be controlled, they cannot be tamed, they cannot be shushed. You can't do nothing with them. Okay, because my mama, as soon as she would have seen NECA, she would have been on 10. And there wouldn't have been nothing I could do about it. So, it's probably best that Miss Susan and Wendy did not show up. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Girl, I would have still came. I would have still came. And whatever my mama did, she just did. You should have had her name in your mouth. How about that? Mia's mom was also unable to attend, and we don't really know why. I just don't think Mia mama don't be here for all the lying that Mia be doing. Okay, she can't keep up with the lies. That's what I think it is. I think she loves Mia, but they don't connect because Mia tells too many lies. And for someone who is a recovering addict, I know that lying, it kind of don't go together. So I think that's really what it is. Because last time we seen Mia's mama, her mama was like, girl, what did the doctor say? And Mia was like, huh? And I think that was the last time for her. I think she was like, yeah, girl, I just can't with you. So she didn't come. But Mia looked cute. She looked all right. You know, I like Mia. But Mia, she always gonna put herself together. And that's the type of shit that I like. Okay? You might be raggedy. You might not be shit. But you're gonna look like something when you step outside. And I respect that. Karen arrived solo as well. She said Raven is back in New York. So she's like, but I'm never alone because my mom is with me all the time. These are the things that kind of touch me in my soft spot, you know, kind of penetrates the ice around my heart. Anyways, had to get myself together because I was feeling a little misty around the eyes. But we learned through an interview that Candace did with Angela Yee that she honored Karen and her late mother by making a donation to the Alzheimer's Association. And I thought that was really nice. And I think the producers on RHOP, you guys are remiss from not including that in the episode. We see what y'all trying to do. And that's really raggedy. Because y'all done a lot of that. We're about to get into it. But y'all done a lot. Let me tell y'all something. I know that some of these producers be raggedy. The editors, the people that behind the scenes, y'all be raggedy. I just want y'all to know that nobody gets away with a goddamn thing that they do in this world. Y'all gonna pay for y'all sins. I just want y'all to know that. But anyway, I think y'all are late, tired, crusty, musty, dusty for not including that into the episode. Doesn't fit your narrative that Candace is a bad person if you hadn't shown that, right? So y'all opted not to show it, but it's cool. We see y'all for y'all work. So Sharice and her big titties done came to the event as well. And I really don't dislike Sharice. I think what Sharice did last season was so corny. It was so lame. It was so tired. It was just, she really should have come and just shine. Just be the star that you say you are, girl. Just be fabulous. But you came here patrolling Karen's coochie, telling us that she done did this, that, and the third. That's whack. But you know, whatever. You look nice. She lets Mia know that she ran into Jacqueline the other day and that Mia was crying and that she missed the friendship. But then she told NECA all these things about Mia. And so Mia's confused. It's like, okay, you crying because you miss me, but then you talking shit about me at the same time. So which one is it? You know I don't never be on Team Mia. But Mia got a point. But I don't want to give her too much credit because her and Jacqueline, to me, they in cahoots. They had, y'all not gonna get no emotions out of me. I felt really bad for Jacqueline last season. And now to know that they back cool, child, we don't care. Nice try though. And then current day, Jacqueline and NECA are going back and forth on Instagram. Well, maybe no. I think just Jacqueline. Jacqueline was talking a lot of shit to NECA. I don't think NECA responded. I wouldn't respond either because she got a champagne flute and you don't. Yeah, I wouldn't have responded to you either. Let me tell y'all. Y'all can hate the bitch all y'all want to, But Candace did her big one with that album. Whether you like her or you don't like her, recognize when somebody does something good, okay? Don't be no hater your whole life, okay? But she sings her little song, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I'm here for Candace. I'm here for this event. The venue is absolutely beautiful. Those other girls could never. You bitches could never. You bitches could never. So this meet up between Candace and Robin, it irked my nerves. It irked my nerves because the gaslighting, I just cannot do it. I just cannot do it. I understand that a lot of people are irritated with Candace because it seems as though Candace is acting like she don't know what she did to Robin, and she did Robin wrong, and she should know that, of course, Robin is going to be upset with her. And a part of me is irritated with Candace too, because it's like, Candace, stop asking for this lady's friendship. You should already put the pieces of the puzzle together. She not going to be cool with you because Giselle ain't going to be cool with you. And that's just that on that. Let me tell y'all something. If I was in Candace's shoes, it would be F Robin for life, okay? I wouldn't give a damn how Robin felt. If Robin don't want to ever talk to me again, I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn, not whatsoever. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would not care. Robin is acting as if Candace's reaction is unwarranted, and it's not. Robin is acting as if what Candace said after everything came out is the reason why people were online dragging the fuck out of Robin. And that is also not correct. People are dragging you, Robin, because you took your goofy ass on your podcast and admitted that Juan was talking to this lady in Canada. And not only that, you went on your podcast and watched What Happens Live and repeated your goofy, stupid story that Juan paid for this lady's hotel room, but he did nothing with her. You sounded so ridiculous. That is what caused the backlash. That is what caused everyone to start talking. Because you look like a big dummy, like a fool, like a duck. You looked crazy. That is what made everything so big. It's nothing that Candace said. None of what Candace said had nothing to do with it. People have been talking about Juan cheating on you and Juan stepping out for a very long time. Nobody ever cared. The reason why they cared about this particular thing is because you irritated so many people season 7 the way you came after Karen. And then for us to find out, bitch, you sitting up here showing pictures of blue eyes when your man is paying for hotel rooms with other bitches internationally. That is the reason why people were mad at you, Robin. They ragtagged that ass because of your own actions. What Candace said, I can understand how that pissed you off. I can understand why that would make you upset. But that is not the reason why people were mad at you. She did not weaponize social media against you. You tried to do damage control and it blew up in your face and you got left looking stupid. There were several stories about Juan being in Townsend and restaurants with another woman. There was a story. There was a girl on Instagram that showed screenshots of Juan trying to get her attention. There were so many things being said about Juan and nobody cared because Robin, no shade, you're not that girl. You're not that main girl on this show. So a lot of the things that Juan has been doing over the years or allegedly doing goes under the radar because no one cares. The only reason we cared about this one because it was attached to the Coppin State situation and your stupid ass went on your podcast trying to get in front of the story and you peddled this dumb story about, oh yeah, he went there, he paid for the room, but he wasn't really with her. She had a Baltimore Ravens player that she was dating. But let me say this. I never wanted to believe that Robin was in cahoots with Giselle and Ashley plotting against Chris. Okay? I really loved Robin before season 7. And I would not ever want to believe that that was Robin's character. But I'm not a dummy, okay? I'm not a fool. It's very clear. It is very clear that Robin, you knew something. You might not have been involved in the planning, but you knew something. To say that you didn't know anything is admitting that you are a complete dunce, that you are stupid. Even if you say you didn't know nothing, after you had the first conversation with Ashley, then you had the conversation with Giselle, and y'all are arguing about his intentions, and then the blow up at the dance studio at Ashley's event between Candace and Giselle, you mean to tell me your spidey senses weren't like, oh, this is what they're up to? You didn't know nothing? You Yandy, you don't know nothing? Like, girl, you knew. And let's say you didn't know, right? You went back and watched season 7 in its entirety, like the rest of us. You saw everything play out. You saw all the other conversations that you weren't a part of. You saw the situation with Deborah. You saw how Deborah lied on Chris. You saw how they had Chris surrounded at Karen's spring fling party. There was all this space at the bar, but they were all hunched up, hurdled around Chris. You saw all of that play out. And you say you can't understand how people came to the conclusion that this was a plot and that you were a part of the plot. You backpedaled the entire rest of the season. You withdrew your support for Candace and Chris when you got to Miami. You sat up there and played this JBL speaker of Candace's IG live where she was frustrated because she felt the attack. She felt the effects of the attack of her husband. And she was upset and she was venting about it. And you decided to use that moment to switch up on Candace. You saw all of that play out on season 7, and you're going to tell the people that you don't understand why someone would come to the conclusion that this was a plot and you were part of that plot? You're full of shit, Robin. You are full of shit, and Candace should have told you to your face, bitch, that you're full of shit. It's not the fact that you defended Chris for me, because that's what Candace was saying. I won't say Candace lost me, but that's just, we're not on the same page when it comes to that. I think that Giselle definitely told Robin what she was planning on doing. Did she present it as, oh, it's a setup? Probably not. But I think she knew from day one what Giselle and Ashley were going to do. And I also would love to believe that Robin probably objected and said, no, I don't think I want to do this. I don't want to be a part of this. Giselle, y'all probably shouldn't do this. And I think that the compromise was, I'm going to defend Chris because I don't think that this is right. And Giselle and Ashley were fine with you defending Chris until things started going left. And I think Giselle had to get you back in line and say, bitch, don't forget who brought you to the party. I'm your friend. You have to have my back. And she had to cut ties with Candace, and Miami was the perfect place to do it. I mean, it's just weird to me, right? Oh, you were defending Chris. You were defending Chris. You talked about the situation more than everybody else. More than the people involved in it, you talked about the situation. When you sat down with Mia, you didn't feel like you was moving funny? Talking about it with Mia? You didn't feel like that was wrong? You sat down and had a one-on-one scene with Juan. Juan don't ever even like to be around the mix. Juan don't like to talk to you on camera. But he sat down there while you was talking about Chris and Candace and Giselle. You got him to talk to you, and you wasted it on Candace, Chris, and Giselle. And you don't see how that looks weird. You don't see how you was moving funny. And that's why I don't think Juan is even mad at Candace, and he's telling you to kind of make nice with Candace, because he know that y'all full of shit. You didn't feel weird sitting there talking to Juan? Y'all knew the Coppin State thing was upon y'all. The lawsuit had not been filed yet, but y'all knew that that was in the works. Y'all knew something. You knew about Miss Canada and whomever else. And you didn't feel weird sitting up there talking about Chris. That's the part for me that makes me feel like, bitch, you was a part of this. You was a part of it. Because if my man just got through cheating on me or embarrassing me, and now his little girlfriend, his little pen pal is trying to extort us for money, I'm going to feel crazy talking about what Chris did or didn't do. You didn't feel a little like, this is a little too close to home? Nothing? You don't see how people can come to that conclusion? Robin, you full of shit, girl. I thought you was better than this, but you're full of shit. The fact that you can't even acknowledge, like, okay, watching the season back, I can see where you felt that way, but that was not the case. I was not in on it. If she had delivered those words at some point, I'd have been like, okay, I still believe what I believe, but I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna let you have that. But the fact that you're acting like I had nothing to do with it, I'm not that type of person, my foot. You're indeed that type of person. Giselle has a pattern of behavior on this show for years. She's always doing some meddling ass shit to try to start something up. Season 1, it was Charisse and her husband. She kept poking a bear trying to figure something out. She did it with Wendy and Eddie. Talking about some, oh, I'm concerned, I'm concerned, I'm concerned. You got caught up in that and you swore you had nothing to do with it. So you mean to tell me after everything that has happened over the years that Giselle has been a part of, the Ray and Karen and Erica Lyles and all that bullshit, you mean to tell me that when all this was happening with Chris, you didn't smell a rat, you wasn't a part of it, but you didn't say, Giselle, you doing something I don't like. The stance you took when Giselle said the fireman stuff about Charisse, had we witnessed you take a similar stance with Giselle about the Chris thing to say, hey, I don't like what you're doing, I don't want to be a part of this, that would have made sense to me. But it was like you were shimmying when you went to meet up with Candace and Chris to talk about this. But you knew in the back of your mind, you and Juan had just experienced Miss Canada. You indeed look like y'all did all of this to cover for Juan. Oh, I'm not going to throw my husband under the bus for entertainment, but you had no problem. You, Ashley, and Giselle tried to implicate Karen in a tax situation for entertainment. Y'all tried to dig and uncover that. But you ain't going to do it to your man. And that's fine. You don't have to do it to your man, but you did it to Candace's man. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. But you took that story to Mia. You took that story to Juan. When you spoke about it with Giselle and Ashley, it should have stayed there. You said your piece there. You said your piece in your confessional. The fact that you kept bringing it up when it wasn't being discussed in the group, you cannot be mad that people came to that conclusion. Eddie, who have nothing to do with it, Eddie said the same thing. Damn, they're trying to get Chris. Why they trying to get Chris? Chris that cooks for them? We all came to that conclusion and you didn't? Your brain don't work? What's up? But anyways, Candace, girl, I love you down. I love you. The people that accuse me of knowing you and being your cousin and having a blind spot, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. But what I need Candace Dillard Bassett to understand is that you have no friends on this show. Wendy is the closest to a friend that you have on this show. Okay? I told you before, your friend is your mama, your sister, and your man. These heifers are not your friend. One thing that Candace needs to understand, when this show started, Robin was down bad, okay? We all know what happened with her finances and all, you know, Robin was down bad, Juan was down bad, okay? This show has given Robin the opportunity to provide for her children and to elevate her life. Most of us believe that the only reason Robin is still here season 8 is because of her friendship and her alliance to Giselle. If it wasn't for Giselle, I don't know that Robin would still be here season 8. 8 seasons in, I don't know. She don't give like that for her to still be around. The reason they keep her is because of the GEB situation of it all. So Candace, you need to understand that anytime there is a situation, she gonna pick Giselle every single time. Her ability to provide for her 2 sons is more important than your friendship, Candace. And you just gonna have to understand that. Stop putting your trust in these hoes and thinking that they're your friends. They're not your friends, girl. They're not your friends. They're going to put their money above you every time. I hope that at this point that you learn that. Hope you learn that. Hope the lesson sticks. Because it don't stick. Because every single time I think Candace really comes to the table with a sincere, genuine spirit and expects that because she has those sincere, genuine feelings that everyone else does. Everyone else don't. Anyways, at the end of the day, Candace, you have to realize these heifers are not capable of being real friends to you. They're going to gaslight you at every turn. Candace always has to be on her P's and Q's, and everyone else gets to do whatever they want to her, and she just has to take it. And if she dare say anything about it, people are going to call her vile, dreadful, all the ugly adjectives that they want to call her. And girl, it's just like, girl, you just got to treat these hoes how they treat you and be unapologetic about it. I would have showed up to that sit down with Robin and I'd have been like, girl, I didn't think you was gonna be mad because you didn't care how you treat me. Like, I would never let these heifers get under my skin no more. Don't care about these heifers because they don't care about you, girl. And that's really all I have to say about it. Yeah. It would be fuck Robin Dixon as far as I'm concerned. It would be, girl, F you. I would treat them heifers the way that they treat you, girl. F them. Let Juan deal with Robin. Juan know how to take care of Robin, okay? Juan, there's nothing that you could do to Robin. There's no accountability, okay? Let Juan deal with Robin. At the end of the day, Robin's never going to own up to what she did. Giselle's never going to own up to what she did. Just let Juan take care of Robin. Treat her how Juan treat her. Ignore her. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Sorry. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.